Hello, beautiful angels. Welcome to my channel. My name is Henry. I appreciate your presence deeply. Today we are talking about the magic that comes out of taking the next step and continuing to keep going when you do not feel like it. Because I personally believe whenever we feel like this, and then we still find this 1% of energy left within our hearts to keep going and to take the next step and to take the leap of faith. That is when magic fucking awaits, and this message I have to share with you today. I grew up in a very unstable household. I switched schools what felt like billions of times. It was very unstable, and this energy was kind of like going hand in hand with me for a majority of my life until I decided to become self-employed and devote myself to my craft and to my creativity, because I also realized many moons ago that I just could not have a boss. I could not work and live for something that is not fulfilling my soul. I just do not have it in me, so I needed to take every step possible to get me to where I am today and to get me to where I want to be in the future. One of them being devoting yourself to not giving up. Also, I'm a bit distracted today because I'm a bit but it's okay. In the past, I used to be somebody that would very easily give up on something just because something happened that appeared to be a stone in my path, or that, distracted me negatively, or that was some kind of blockage. I would very easily turn around, go home, forget about it, try to find something new, something different, something else, because that is all that I was used to. And now I only realized in my early 20s, which I am now slowly morphing into my mid-20s, I realized that when you feel like giving up, and then you still somehow take the next step, the universe is going to reward you with miracles that you would have not forecasted or received if you hadn't done so. Let's say you want to create a social media presence, and you post and post and post until one day you just don't have it in you anymore because you're getting no views, you don't know what to do, you feel like the stream is slipping out of your hands as you speak, as you think about quitting. It's slipping away. But then you tell yourself, you know what, I'm just going to go one more month, and then if that doesn't work out, then I'm going to rethink. So you decided to not give up immediately, to not let your dream be slipped away in an instant, but rather you decided to give yourself one more juicy chance where you have patience, and through deciding to give it one more chance, you suddenly have a spike of energy again when it comes to creation, when it comes to following the stream of yours. Because mentally, you're no longer like, oh my god, it's not working out, I'm slipping away with my dream. You're like, I'm gonna give it space to breathe. I'm gonna give the universe space to breathe my dream into my life. So here's this 1 month where I continue staying devoted, deeply. Sometimes you cannot get this instant message from the universe that is like, keep going, Sometimes you have to give it time. You have to give it a bit of patience, trust, and space. So when you are at the edge of giving up, don't just throw it all away, because then you are going to end up with nothing. But if you give the universe that 1 month of time frame of being like, hey, I'm going to stay devoted to this dream of mine in this 1 month, but you really have to show me that this is meant to be and that I should keep going. But within that month, you are giving the universe space, enough space to come through. Don't just give up immediately. That is the most passive thing you can do. That is the most loser thing you can do. And that is the most anti icon baddie angel behavior. You can do that. I've been teaching you all these months, years. Another concept that I really do like and resonate with a lot is delayed gratification. We cannot expect to get the gratification, energy, and rewards we want simply because we decided to be devoted to something. It takes time. You cannot expect to be met with gratification and the reward you want the second you decide to devote yourself to something. It is going to be varied. It is going to be different. It is going to be spacious. You need to give it space to breathe. That is the only way you can consistently and sustainably keep the momentum, keep the energy you want to have in regards to creating your dreams. If you depend on instant gratification, you are going to burn out like a shooting star. Do we want that? No. You want to remain sustainable. You want to remain fulfilled, and you want to keep this certain level of energy that allows you to keep going and going and going and going and going consistently. You don't want to go up like whoosh, like this. You want to go up like this. Okay? So it is very important to give your craft the space to breathe, to give the universe the space to breathe the miracles into your life. And the best way you can do that is by telling it like, hey, hello, it's me. I'm giving you 1 month. I'm giving you 2 months. When I first quit my job last year, end of last year, November, I decided that I would give myself until springtime to have all of my ducks in a row, to have everything figured out, to have a stable, growing, successful, creative online career, that I would be devoted to my podcast, that I would be devoted to my YouTube channel, that I would be devoted to my jewelry, which, by the way, the jewelry making actually came later. It came in January of this year. That I would be devoted to showing up on social media every single day, that I would post reels every single day. This is something that I decided in November, but I also knew that if I were I'm giving myself 1 week, I'm giving myself 1 month, that I would be burned out more quickly because it needs time. Okay, so I decided to be you know what? Spring of 2026 it is. Until then, I want to have the majority of my ducks in a row. I want to sell products. I want to offer my coaching again. I want to offer my tarot readings again. I want to show up on social media every day, blah, 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 blah. Because I knew if I would not see progress in 1 month immediately, big progress, I would feel demotivated. So some of you really need to get into this habit of giving the universe space to breathe the miracles into your life. Stop with those silly little time frames and expecting the reward immediately. Of course it can happen. Yay. Amazing. But if you want something long term, give it more space to breathe. Ask yourself, a timeline. If you're watching this the day I'm uploading this, all the time, around the time I'm uploading this, you can be okay, I have this dream of mine. I want to be an artist. I want to sell my prints. I want to sell my paintings on social media. I would say give yourself the time until autumn of this year to have majority, not all, but majority of your spiritual career ducks in a row until then, October 2026. That is your quote-unquote deadline. Of course, it's not a real deadline because you ain't gonna stop then, okay? You're gonna keep rising and keep going. But until then, you can be okay, I have July, August, September, 3 whole months to completely dive in fully and devote yourself to whatever it is that you want to create. And trust me, if you give the universe the time, a good juicy time frame that is very realistic, but also very heart-led and also demands you to devote yourself to your project. If you do that, and then you stay consistent and devoted, especially if you are facing demotivation, you still decide to stay devoted and show up every day until that quote-unquote deadline. Let's call it miracle line. Until that miracle line, only blessings can come out of it. I promise you that. You may end up with a shit ton of followers, but you may also end up with a smaller amount of followers, but then that following is going to be created into a community because they absolutely love the way you show up with your work. Or you meet incredible people through your work. And it would not have happened if you wouldn't have devoted yourself to your craft and to that time frame. Anything is possible. I truly believe that. But divine timing is always going to be at work. And one of the most valuable things you can do is stay devoted and not be stressed by results immediately. And let the universe cook with its divine timing, because it is always present. Always. So giving the universe room to breathe unlocks that divine timing. And you're going to feel it in your work, the way you show up, the way you stay consistent. It is a beautiful dance between you and the divine. Anyways, my beautiful angel, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know. If you would like to share your dreams and passions and goals and your time frame, I would love to hear it, okay? And if you don't want to make it public, DM me. I would love to hear about your visions. If you are interested in connecting with me and my energy and you resonate with it, feel free to check out my website for my jewelry, etoilescharms.com, or my personal website where I offer one-on-one life coaching, tarot readings, energy readings, where I also offer newly added affirmation meditations, recorded guided meditations by me. All of that juicy stuff, feel free to check it down below. Also, the Easy Life workshop is on there now for a beautiful, abundant, juicy offer. If you want to deepen this concept of getting all of your spiritual ducks in a row, check out that workshop. I love it so much. It is so juicy. Truly poured my whole heart into it for such a cheap price, so check it out. Anyway, my beautiful angel, I hope you have a beautiful day. Stay consistent, stay devoted to your heart's desires, because it is going to get you to where you want to be times 10.